Now live. Yes, we are now live on those platforms. So, for those of you that follow us on Instagram, you follow us on Facebook, you follow us on YouTube, you are welcome to our live stream session today. I have finally cracked the code. Now, every day we go live, we will be appearing on your screen. For those of you watching us, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Okay. Today, like I said, we're discussing the impact of emotional immaturity in relationship. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship. That's what we're dealing with today. And I believe there are some lessons to learn. There are some lessons to learn in relationship. Okay, that's beautiful. It's working. It is working. Now, I want to say a few things to you today that I believe you need to really take seriously. You need to really take this seriously. Many relationships are not destroyed or going through difficult time because there is no one loving them. It's not like there is absence of love. Love do exist. That is not what is happening to your relationships. Love do exist. The problem you're having in your relationship is not the absence of love. It's not the absence of. What is absent is emotional maturity. Emotional maturity could be what is absent in your relationship. Two people can love each other so deeply and still destroy each other emotionally. Because love without emotional maturity becomes pressure. Love without emotional maturity becomes confusion. It becomes pain. It becomes silence. It turns to anger, manipulation. It turns to confusion. It turns to avoidance. It turns to unnecessary suffering. Love without emotional maturity. And this is where many people get it wrong. They are looking for someone who loves them. They are asking questions based on who loves them. Do you love me? Do they love me? Do they love you? Are you in love? That's not the criteria to have a healthy relationship going. That's not what will save the relationship. Love is important. What you are not asking is that do they have the emotional maturity to love me properly? That should be the intelligent question. Do they have do they have the emotional maturity to love me properly? That is the intelligent question. Because love is not just a feeling. Love requires capacity. It requires capacity. Love requires self-control. Love requires emotional awareness. Love requires communication. You see that? Love requires accountability. These are emotional tools or skills that are required to build a healthy relationships. Love requires the ability to listen without attacking your partner, the ability to apologize without defending yourself. Love required the ability to receive correction without seeing correction as insult or disrespect. Love requires the ability to disagree without destroying the emotional safety of the relationship. Some of you are not in a loveless relationship. No, you are in an emotionally immature relationship. This is the problem. That means the relationship may have attraction. The relationship may have history. The relationship may have intimacy, children, marriage, promises, gifts. But emotionally, the relationship is unstable. Yesterday, I shared with you instability, emotional instability in relationships. There's one person is always reacting. One person is always shutting down. One person is always blaming. One person is always begging for basic understanding. One person is always trying to explain their pain to someone. That someone is the one who keep making them feel like their pain is an attack. And after a while, you start asking yourself, am I asking for too much? Am I too much? No, you're not too much. Neither are you asking for too much. But something may be wrong. You may be asking an emotionally immature person to behave with emotional maturity that they have no capacity for, they have not developed. You know, you are asking an emotionally immature person to do what emotional immature person will do. Do you get it? This is where the problem is. And that's why we need to stop guessing. Because a lot of us are expecting some more from our partner. What we are expecting, they don't have the capacity to provide. And this is why you need to stop guessing. Because when emotional immaturity is not diagnosed, people mislabel the problem. Oh, it is just stress. They call it stress. They call it personality traits. They call it, oh, this is how men are. Oh, they call it, oh, this is how women behave. Or you call it, marriage is so hard. Marriage is very hard. That's the name they call it. If they don't have the capacity to match up with what is required, they name it. Oh, relationships are not easy these days. But sometimes it is not just relationship difficulty. It is emotional immaturity that is destroying the foundation of the connection. The foundation of connection. So the question is, what is emotional immaturity? Emotional immaturity is when a person has grown physically, financially. In emotional immaturity, the person is grown physically, he's grown financially, he's sexually active, he's sociable, he even has spirituality to it, but emotionally they still respond like someone who has not learned how to manage their feelings. They are responding emotionally like someone who has not learned how to manage conflict. They don't know how to manage disappointment. They don't know how to manage correction. They don't know how to manage pressure. They don't know how to manage rejection. They don't know how to manage vulnerability. They don't know how to manage responsibility. Emotionally, emotionally, emotionally. And I want you to understand something. There's a big difference between intellectual quotient and emotional quotient. They are not the same. You might be very intelligent and smart. That doesn't mean you are emotionally mature. I've seen and I've known a lot of people who are very intelligent but fail woefully in their marriages and relationships. Very intelligent, but they have series of divorce. Relationship is not working. Children relationship are not working. But they are very smart, very intelligent people. But you wonder what kind of intelligence is that? If you cannot manage your home, you can't manage rejection, you can't manage vulnerability, you can't manage pressure, you can't manage correction, you can't manage disappointment, you can't manage conflict. Is where the problem is. So they may be an adult in age, but a child in emotional regulation. That is emotional immaturity. Where you have an adult who is a child in emotional regulation. They may be successful in the public. They are successful public figures. I'm telling you, but emotionally unsafe in private. Unsafe. They may know how to lead other people. They may know how to manage people in the workplace, but at home, they can't handle one honest conversation. They may be even respected by everyone, but the person closest to them feels emotionally starved. The person closest to them feels emotionally dismissed, punished, or even afraid to speak. And that is why emotional immaturity is dangerous, because it does not always look obvious from the outside. People can look responsible publicly and still be emotionally immature privately. Are you aware? They can be charming outside, looking gorgeous, beautiful, but cold when they get home. When you get to their house, they are cold at home. When they talk to others, they appear like wise people. They speak wisdom to other people. And yet they refuse correction from their partner. They are the one that talk about love on the internet, on social media. They talk about love, they post about it, but they cannot practice emotional safety. They can pray, they can preach, they work hard, they provide, they look beautiful, they look handsome, they are educated, they are gifted, they are successful, but still, emotionally, they are underdeveloped. Emotional immaturity. And when you are in a relationship with emotional immaturity, the pain is not always loud. It's sometimes, a lot of times, quiet. The pain is so quiet. Painful but quiet. It is the silence after every disagreement that you get. That silence that you get after every disagreement. It is the fear of bringing up issues. That's how silent it gets. It is the emotional exhaustion of always trying to explain yourself to them. That's how silent it gets. It is the confusion of loving someone who keep hurting you emotionally. The pain is not always loud. It is very silent. It is the loneliness of being with someone but still feeling alone. That's how silent it gets. Do you understand? It is that sadness of realizing that you are not only fighting the issue, but you are fighting their inability to handle the issue maturely. You wonder, when are they going to act maturely? That silence. If this is happening to you, stop guessing. You need emotional reset, because emotional immaturity is destructive, very destructive. No healthy relationship comes out of it. Survive it. None. No, you can't produce healthy relationship. You can't produce it. You can't produce healthy marriages if you are emotionally immature. You can't handle things well. So you need emotional reset. You need to develop your emotional capacity to handle what marriage brings, what relationship brings, what comes with it. A lot of people want to marry. They want to be in a good relationship, but they don't know what comes with it. And they don't know that they are supposed to develop the emotional capacity to handle what comes with it. Now, let me explain the emotional pain, because some of you will hear yourself and you will see yourself in what I'm about to say. The first impact of emotional immaturity in relationship is emotional instability, which I talked about yesterday. I began sharing that with you yesterday. Emotional instability. When someone is emotionally immature, their feeling control them instead of them managing their feelings. That is the meaning of emotional instability, where your feeling is the one controlling you. You make decisions based on your feeling. Anything you feel, you act upon. Anything you feel, you act upon. Little things get escalated when it gets to you. You take everything, almost everything personally. Too personal. Emotional instability. You can't manage your feelings. Your feelings the one controlling you instead of you managing them. Today you are loving, then tomorrow you are cold. Today you are apologetic, then tomorrow you are defensive. Today you want peace, then tomorrow you create war. There is no consistency, no stability in your emotional vortex. Today you are available, tomorrow you disappear emotionally. And because of this, the relationship become unpredictable. Now you don't know which version of them you are going to meet tomorrow. Very unpredictable. You know, there's a platform I was listening. There's a platform I was listening to a man, a very reputable guy. I really respect. And he had a big, huge fan base. He was teaching men to be unpredictable. From that day, I stopped watching him. He was teaching men to be unpredictable to their wives. He said, if a woman can, if your wife can predict you, then you are not safe. I was like, what? My ears was popping up. I thought that what I was hearing something. You know, sometimes some people can be good in certain areas and they will attract a lot of fan base. You'll be thinking that they have everything covered. Until you listen to them for some time, you now realize that they need some upgrade. How can you be advising men to be unpredictable to their wives? Even unpredictable to their woman that they are dating as a girlfriend, it's even a dangerous thing, because whatever you practice in your dating phase is what you're going to experience in your marriage. Whatever you are doing now, if you're dating, it is what is predicting your marriage to be. That is a clear definition of what your marriage will be. You can't be doing something now through dating in your dating phase and expect something else in your marriage. If you are a liar now, you will lie in marriage. You understand? If you keep secrets now with your dating partner, the guy you're dating, the woman you're dating, then in marriage you will keep them secrets as long as you are comfortable with it. So if you are unpredictable to a girlfriend that you are dating, to a boyfriend that you are dating, then in marriage it is not going to be different now. You are going to be unpredictable. That is a clear definition of emotional instability. So he was actually telling men to be emotionally unstable. Of course, most men are already emotionally unstable. They are there. So it seems to work for some people. But it's not healthy advice either. It's not healthy. Do you know what it is? When you have somebody you are married to somebody, you don't know their left, you don't know their right, you don't know when they are coming, you don't know when they are going. They are like ghosts to you. Is that what you call healthy relationship? How healthy is that? And you don't owe them explanation why you are unpredictable. Very unhealthy practice. From that day, I stopped listening to him. I decided not to watch his videos again. I'm sorry. Of course, I do sometimes. If I just see something that I like, that resonates with my wisdom, with my understanding, with what I believe, then I'll listen. But now I reduce my listening capacity to him because I thought that didn't go well. I wasn't expecting that from him. That is too sensitive to throw out there and advise men to become unpredictable. So what do you think is going to result? Broken homes, broken marriages. That's what's going on. And yet you are speaking about building a healthy. I don't get it. So you don't know if a simple conversation will become an argument when someone is unpredictable, emotionally unstable. You don't know if expressing your heart, your concerns, your pain will lead to understanding or punishment. You don't know. So you start managing their mood. You start editing your own words. You start delaying important conversations. Let me wait. I just have to wait until they are in a good mood. So if they are not in a good mood, you can't communicate. So they may never be in good mood for months. then you'll be able to communicate. Listen carefully. When you have to constantly study someone's mood before you can express your emotional truths, that relationship is not safe. It's not emotionally safe. Let me say it again. When you have to constantly study somebody's mood, your partner's mood, before you can express your own emotional truths and concerns, that relationship is not emotionally safe. You are not communicating freely. You are surviving carefully. And many people do not realize how damaging this is. Very damaging. Because emotional instability makes you anxious. When your partner is emotionally unstable, you that is suffering it, you become anxious. You become hyper alert. This is what leads to overthinking. You start overthinking every mood, everything. Absolutely. Walking on eggshells. You are no longer just in love. You are emotionally monitoring them. That is not intimacy. That is emotional survival. That's emotional survival. Number two, impact of emotional immaturity in relationships is poor communication. Poor communication. Emotionally immature people do not communicate to understand. They don't communicate to understand. They communicate to win. Their own is to win the argument. They must win the communication. They communicate to defend. They communicate to escape. They communicate to blame. They communicate to attack. They communicate to silence you. That's what they do. They will. Emotionally immature people never communicate to understand. And that's why many of you say, oh, we have communication problem. It is a communication problem. We need to fix our communication problem. It is not the communication that's the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is emotional immaturity. Their emotions have not been developed on how to respond and handle communication. So when you bring up a concern, they do not hear your pain. No. They are hearing that you are criticizing them. Guess what that leads to? Escalation. Silence. When you say to them, I feel lonely, they say, hey, so me, I'm not lonely too. Me, I'm lonely too. So are you not telling me I'm a bad person because you are lonely? What do you, it will lead to quarrel. When you say to them, I need more affection. So nothing I do in this house is enough. I walk, I do this, I do that. So it's not enough. You want me to come and sit down with you and be watching TV or doing that? They will turn it against you. It's just a little request. When you tell them what is hurting you, they will reply and tell you, what about what you did? If you are telling me that what I did hurt you, what about the one you did? Are you not telling me that you are perfect? That's how they respond. They never communicate to understand. I want you to mark what I'm saying. They never communicate to understand. They only communicate to win. Win the argument, escape, blame. And this is called emotional immaturity. Emotional immaturity. Because mature communication requires the ability to pause, listen, process, and then respond without turning every conversation into a battlefield. Because a lot of people cannot just talk without fighting. Every conversation must end in a quarrel. It's as though there is always a court. There's a courtyard. They build a court in their house. Every conversation must go through, like you are arguing, defending, arguing, defend. There's always this fight back and forth. So emotional mature people, they have the ability to pause to listen to your pain. They will process it before they respond. And it will never be a battlefield. It is clearly understandable. You always want to talk to them. If you have somebody who is mature in communication, you always want to talk to them. You will share your heart with them. You want to pour your everything. There's nothing you hide from these people because they are emotionally mature in communication. They can handle it. You don't feel regrets. You don't get attacked. You don't get blamed. That is emotional maturity. But someone who is emotionally immature, every issue becomes a fight. Every correction becomes disrespect. Every feelings, they would turn it into drama. Every conversation becomes a court case. You bring one issue. You bring one issue, they will bring 10 issues. You bring one issue, they will bring 10. You ask for understanding, they will give you history. You ask for comfort, they will give you logic. They are very full of logic. Everything is logical to them. Everything is logical. And after a while, in fact, this one is even common. You ask them to be accountable, they will give you an excuse. Some of you are experiencing what I'm talking about now. In your relationship, this is exactly what you're experiencing. One excuse after another. Just to be accountable, they can't. They will tell you why they are sorry, They will go on and on, but never one day until the relationship ends. Or you finally accepted them for who they are, immature. And then you are suffering. You are the only one suffering. They just do whatever they want. Some of you have stopped talking. After a while, you have stopped talking. Not because the pain is gone. It's because talking has become too expensive. Emotionally to you, it has become too expensive. And this is how emotional disconnection starts in any relationship and marriage. People do not always disconnect because they stop caring. Sometimes people disconnect from their relationship and marriage because every attempt to communicate becomes another wound, another quarrel, another silent treatment. So they just stop. They just stop. Are you getting what I'm sharing with you? Point number 3, impacts of emotional immaturity in relationship. Number 3 is called blame shifting. Blame shifting. I'm just letting you know how to identify maturity, emotional immature people. Blame shifting. Emotionally immature people struggle with accountability. They may say sorry to you today, but they will never own to it. There's no true ownership to what they are sorry about. Next week, they will say sorry again. The same thing. 2 weeks time, they will say sorry again. They are still saying sorry. Never owning to the true responsibility. They can't be accountable. They will tell you, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And yet, they will never be accountable. And even then, they are telling you, I'm sorry that you feel that way. That is not accountability. That is emotional avoidance. Or they will say, I only did that because you pushed me. Have you heard some people say that? I only did that. I did that to you because you pushed me. I said it because you pushed me. You caused it. You're the one that caused it. It's because of you. I did it because of what you did. That is not responsibility. That is blame shifting. Or they will tell you, you are too sensitive. Oh, very sensitive. That's your problem. Your problem is that you are too sensitive. That doesn't repair the matter. That is called dismissal. You have just dismissed their pain. So yes, they are sensitive because they are pained. So what are you going to do about it? No, you keep repeating, oh no, you are sensitive. You are too sensitive. You are so sensitive, that's your problem. You see, me, I don't like drama. I see what they are doing is dismissal. They won't face the problem. They have just, so they are making you feel bad for being sensitive to their emotional disorientation. Their emotional disorientation that is causing you harm. When you now express yourself, they say you are too sensitive. So guess what? They use that word to disarm you, to keep you quiet, to make you feel like you are the problem. It's called dismissal. Never accountable. And this is where many relationships become emotionally damaging. Damaging. Because one person keeps hurting the other. But instead of taking responsibility, they make the person who is wounded feel like they are the problem. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Where they have to make you feel that you are the problem, whereas they are the problem, but they shift it to you. So the person who was pained, hurt, now start defending their own pain now. Imagine that. And yet they know their pain. No, you did it. You said, no, I didn't. You said it. That's what you said to me. No, you didn't hear well. You said, what do you mean I didn't hear well? Maybe you are just imagining things. No, I wasn't imagining things. You did it. No, they say, I told you, you are too sensitive to this thing. See, you will be thinking, okay, really, was I? But he said this. You are hurt. But you are the only one explaining why you have the right to be hurt. Think about it. You are disrespected. You are the only one being told you are too emotional because, you see, you are the one disrespected. But the one who is disrespecting you is telling you that you are too emotional. You are the one neglected. But the one who is neglecting you is accusing you of complaining. That is called a practice of emotional maturity. It has an impact. That's a sign. It's called blame shifting. No, I'm still describing blame shifting. That's what it is. You are lonely in the relationship and marriage, but they are telling that you are ungrateful. They are the one telling. They say you are being ungrateful because you told them that they should be more available. They should do certain things to remove the. They should do certain things because you're feeling lonely, and now they say you are very ungrateful with all the things I've been doing. This is the danger of emotional immaturity. Are you getting what I'm saying? So your pain and your emotions are not recognized. They are always dismissed, or you are blamed for being emotional. You are blamed for speaking up. You are blamed for expressing your pain and concerns, or you are silent. This makes the victim, you who is being, who is being the sufferer. You are not the sufferer, right? You, the sufferer, your pain will feel like you are now the problem. So every time they make you feel like you are the problem. If this is happening to you, stop guessing. What you need is emotional diagnosis, because that's what will project into reset. You need emotional reset, but you must understand why this is happening to you. I'm just speaking, giving different instances. Maybe you heard what is happening to you now. You say, no wonder, no wonder. That's not enough. There is a reason why it's happening. Let me mention the fourth one. Number 4, impact of emotional immaturity in relationship. Number 4, silent treatment and emotional withdrawal. Two of them go together. Silent treatment and emotional withdrawal. So before I start, don't just start. I know some of you say, hey, no wonder. Relax. Let me explain certain things to you. You see, this very one I'm about to explain. This one is the most common sign of emotional immaturity. I just want you to know that is the most common sign of emotional immaturity. Once you see this one, just know that you are dealing with somebody who is emotionally immature. You have a problem in your hand, it's up to you. Instead of dealing with the issue, the person disappears emotionally. You are looking for them, they disappear. They won't talk about it. They stop talking. They become cold. Or they will punish you with silence. They act like you do not exist. You exist or you are with them, but it's like you don't exist. Tell me, how do you claim that you have a relationship with somebody? You say you love this person, and yet you act as though they did not exist. You married them, yet they don't exist to you. You punish them. Somebody that you're supposed to love, you are punishing them with silent treatment. You don't know why you do it. It's because this is it. It's emotional immaturity. You need to develop your emotions to understand how to listen to other people's pain and concern. You are avoiding pressure, but marriage comes with pressure. Relationship comes with pressure. You need to develop your emotional capacity enough to be able to withstand the pressure. That is what you lack. That's why you are running. Look at you. You stay in the same house. You sleep on the same bed. You eat the same food. And still, emotionally, you are abandoning yourselves. You abandon your partner. Silent treatment is not peace. Did you hear it? Silent treatment is not peace. Silent treatment is emotional punishment. Write it down. Emotional punishment that is disguised as quietness. And I'm just silent because I want to keep my peace. I'm just keeping the peace. And that's the problem. You were not called to marry and then start keeping peace. You were called to marry or called into a relationship to make peace. Peacemaking is different from peacekeeping. So if you are the one keeping peace, you are emotionally mature. Only emotionally mature people are keeping peace. People that make peace are mature. You haven't heard this before. Hear it now. And change your ways. Silent treatment is not peace, it's emotional punishment. There's a big difference between taking space. You say, I'm just taking some space to calm down. There's a difference between that and also using silence to control, punish, and avoid accountability. If your own silence, it is now you don't talk to your partner, or you try to control the whole emotional environment with your silence, You make them beg what they did not do. You make them force themselves to start chasing you because you are silent. You are controlling the whole thing. You are punishing them. You are avoiding accountability because you don't want to tell the truth. You went silent. You don't want to take account of what you are supposed to do. You went silent. You are not trying to take space. You are emotionally immature. Look at it. You have not returned since 2 days. 2 days you have not spoke to your partner. You don't speak to your partner. 2 days now, 3 days. You are not talking to them. You are carrying your shoulder up and down. You are carrying your, you are shaking your waist up and down. And in your mind, I will deal with this person. By the time I finish with them, they will not know. They will be so. You see what I'm saying? You are immature. You marry somebody, you are dealing with them. I will deal with you. By the time I finish with you, you know that the person you marry. Really? Is that what marriage is all about? To you. Someone that you're supposed to love, you punish. You have turned the person that you're supposed to demonstrate truth and love and compassion to become your enemy. The opposite is now the case. You make friends with other people outside. You make enemy with your own person that is inside the house. The one that is closest to you is your enemy. Can't you see where you have gone wrong? Emotional immaturity. A mature person, is easy for them to say, you know what, I am overwhelmed with what you're saying or what is happening, but give me some time. I want to calm down. I will think about what to do and we'll talk about this thing later. That is what it means to take space, to calm down. You must return. You must have to come back to continue the conversation or produce or generate a resolution. You must do something about it to conclude on the matter, not running away completely and never talk about it and avoiding communication because of it. That is immaturity. An immature person just shut down. That's what they do. They will shut down and they leave. They will leave their partner in confusion. And you want them to talk to you. They are not talking. So they leave you wondering. You start asking questions. Are we okay? Is everything all right? I thought we just talked about something. Are you still angry? And you start asking yourself, maybe I should apologize. Even though you did not do what is wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, you end up apologizing. And you keep begging. And because of that, they will keep using silent treatment on you because they know even when you did not do anything wrong, you will come and beg. So every little thing, they go silent. They'll snub you. And then you now come and say, not again now. Darling, sorry, what is happening again now? I don't like you like this when you are like this. You start begging. I don't like you like this. It's because of what you did, what you said. You know what you did. You know what you said. I don't like what you did. So what is it? Okay, I'm sorry. Whereas you are not the one that was wrong. You start begging them to talk. Talk to me now, Talk to me, darling. Darling, baby. Baby. Darling, lo. And you are begging them, you are chasing. Talk to me now, talk to me. And they are acting up. Because, listen, when you do that, you are giving them more power. You are building that momentum. You are telling them, I love the way you treat me. Please, next time, do me like this. Do me like this. I like the way you do me. You think they will stop? No. Next time to be worse. Okay, somebody say, should I pretend that nothing is happening now? Okay, maybe I should just also use silent treatment on them now. I should just give them what they are giving me. No, you are becoming like them. Many of you have imagine someone is using silent treatment on you and you also decided to use silent treatment on them. What is the difference between you and that person? So the same thing that captured him to be immature is the same thing that captured you to be immature. So both of you are completely immature. You are just in the same place. Somebody say, I've become like him. That's what I'm saying now. Immaturity, you have also fallen for it. So it shows that both of you are immature. emotionally. Your response is immature. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to use it. Is how do I put it? There's a word I'm looking for. It's not an eye for an eye thing. It's not a tooth for a tooth thing. Some of you have started chasing communication. You're chasing communication. Start begging for peace. You start apologizing just to end the coldness. You beg and follow. No, no. You need to see what's going on with some people in their relationship. It's terrible. The cruelty is huge. The cruelty is huge. The emotional immaturity is so huge. It's too much. Dangerous. Guess what? In most cases, this issue never gets resolved. Never. They just get buried. They start building up, accumulating, building up until explosion. Let me tell you something. Any issue you bury does not disappear. It will convert into massive resentment. Resentment will start building up. It converts into resentment. Some of you now, you are very resentful. You are full of resentment to your partner. It's because of the unresolved issues that have so piled up. It is now like the normality of the marriage. It is no, this is what it is now. So you are so fed up that nothing changes, no matter what you say. And this is why many couples are not fighting about today's issue. Today's issue triggers many years of unresolved emotional injury. That's why little issue today escalate. You now discover that their reaction to the issue is bigger than the issue himself. You'll be wondering, is it not this little thing I just said? No, it's not the little thing. No. What about 5 years ago? What about last week? What about last day? You know, now we know where we are. You can see now where it's coming from. So the whole thing is coming from the past. Unresolved emotional injuries that has piled up for so many years. And people are just fighting like that in their homes. This is what happened. They are fighting with years of unresolved emotional injuries. I can go on and on for this. Silent treatment is a sign that you are not emotionally developed for marriage. Hello? Silent treatment is a sign that you are not emotionally developed or matured enough to handle marriage. Period. Whether marriage or relationship is what it is. Sorry. It's as simple. Is it not in your Bible? Do not, it said, be angry and sin not. Do not let your anger, let the sun go down on your anger. That means don't sleep, if you are angry, it's a malice. It talk about malice, how dangerous it is. You see, it's not healthy. It's lack of emotional maturity. And you're not supposed to marry. If you are like that, don't marry yet. You need to reset your emotions. Otherwise, you destroy them. You destroy the person you marry. The fifth impact of emotional immaturity in relationships. The fifth impact of emotional. If you're watching everywhere, I know some of you are watching on TikTok, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on Instagram, because I'm streaming all of these things. So if you watch, ensure you make your comment. I would like to read your comment. Put your comment in the comment section. And also share the live stream. Share it. Share it. And follow the platform. Hit the follow button. Subscribe on YouTube. YouTube is called subscribe. And every other platform is follow. Follow on Facebook. Follow on TikTok. Follow. Hit the follow button. Do that now. Follow. Because there's more of this coming. Follow on Instagram. Thank you for hitting the follow button. Now, the fifth impact of emotional immaturity in relationships and marriage. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship is emotional invalidation. Emotional invalidation. Emotional invalidation. Emotional invalidation. Emotional immaturity makes people to dismiss feelings that they do not understand, or feelings that they cannot handle. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Please let me talk to you. This one is happening. To those of you watching me right now, it's happening to you. You find out that your partner dismisses what you are concerned about, what you complain about, what you are pained of. The reason they dismiss it, or the reason they don't validate it, your feelings, they invalidate your feelings, is because, number one, they don't understand your emotions. Once they don't understand your emotions, they will invalidate it. Number two, they understand it, but they can't control it, or they can't handle it. It's not control, they can't handle it. They can't put themselves in the place of fixing it. They don't have the capacity to handle your emotions. So what they do is to dismiss. They invalidate it. So when you express your pain, they say things like, you are overreacting, Ine, you are overreacting. Beautiful, you are overreacting. Lolo, you are over. They'll be talking it with smile, but they are dismissing your pain. Oh, they will tell you it's not that deep. It's not that deep of a matter. That's not true. That's not serious. Why are you always complaining? Eh? Why are you always complaining? You know, there are some women that talk to men like that. Say, why are you always complaining? Am I not trying? We did last 2 weeks. We did last 4 days. Is it not enough? Must you do every day? And the man said, but I'm a man. I need this. You know what I'm saying? I beg you. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? In some marriages, they are not doing it at all. Are you some marriages? Why can't you do your own? Just focus on your own. You see, that dismissal is because they can't handle it. Some women cannot handle men that want to do every day. Just be honest. You can't handle it. If you can't handle it, you can't handle it. And some men cannot handle women that want to do every day. It is simple. So when they cannot handle you in that direction, they dismiss your concern. It becomes something that you are pained about. They won't want to talk about it. They will tell you are complaining. You are too emotional. You are bringing up drama. You should have been. They will bring a whole lot of things just not to pay attention to that. It's emotional immaturity. And I'm talking to you now. The reason I went to that angle is because this is what leads to sexless marriages that we're having today. Sexless marriages. Some people have converted their intimacy to job. So they are now more intimate with their work, intimate with their business, intimate with their friends than they should be intimate with their partner. Because they can't handle it. The truth is they can't. And the other one is tired of being rejected. You know that when you reject your partner more than 3 times, they would, especially men don't like the rejection from their wife, from their women. If you reject, I'm not talking about boyfriend or girlfriend now when he's forcing you to sleep with you. He's not married you. I'm not talking about, hey, listen. If you are not married, this is not for you. Don't go and be. If a guy is forcing you to, if you are not married, you have not paid your bride price. Don't try. Tell them go and pay your bride price. Don't give any benefit of wife to a man who have not earned it. Do you understand? Hear ye the wisdom of men. This is very important, because some of you are just, you're laughing now. It's true. It's true. You are just dashing him. Imagine you give them the benefit of your wife when you are still a girlfriend. You have lost. It's finished. You will never be a wife. It will take you 14 years to realize that you are not married. 14 years. Some people is 14, 8 years before they will just be enjoying the whole thing. Then it's all of a sudden it's 14 years. You are still with this one person. I know of a person that is, I heard of it. They were together 14 years. They have been together 14 years. No marriage. 3 children. No marriage. 3 children. 14 years. No marriage. But 3 children. Not even bride price. Not even introduction. Nothing. And they are living as though they are husband and wife. That's okay. What is wrong? What is here? What is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? You see what I'm talking about? So when someone dismisses your concern, it's because of 2 things. Either they don't understand your emotions or they cannot handle it, period. Once you understand that, then they need help. You know that it is under there's a word I'm looking for, under development of emotions. They lack capacity. They lack capacity, emotional capacity. And there's a reason why that is. There's a reason. There's an emotional injury, an emotional pain that is fueling that attitude, that behavior, that response, that part of their emotions. Okay? You need to understand that. And we have to go deeper into that to get you clarity. So if they start calling you that you are too emotional, you like drama, sometimes they say, but I'm providing for you. Let me talk to you. Hello, please, men, let me talk to you. I know some of you may have heard this. Ladies are here. You have heard this from your man. They tell you, I provide. So I am providing. Is that not enough? So they have used provision in the place of love. Most men, this is their language of love. Provision. I'm talking to the ladies now so that you can understand this. Provision in most men's language is love. As long as they can provide for you and ensure that you have food on the table and you have clothes on your body and you'll be able to take care of things with finances, they think that it's it you need. That's all. And once in a while, they'll come on the bed and smash. That's all. But if you have emotional need, don't bring it to them. Take care of it by yourself. And this is where the problem is. Providing does not replace emotional availability. Providing does not replace emotional immaturity. It doesn't. It doesn't. Providing does not replace emotional safety. They are not the same. You provide, and also you provide what? Emotional safety. You must provide that. You must listen and pay attention to the emotions of the woman that you marry. You must pay attention to their emotions if you want them to function. Because women malfunction when their emotions are ignored. Write that down. Write that down. Please write it down. I'm giving you wisdom. Women malfunction when their emotions are dismissed or ignored, or when their emotional needs are not met. They will malfunction. It doesn't matter how much you have. I'm telling you, you think money will, no. Some of them will end up cheating on you, even though you have money. They will malfunction. So please, don't only stay on the idea, I'm providing. I'm a provider. Of course, provide. For heaven's sake, that's okay. But that doesn't mean that you should, you are the one that took that title on yourself anyway. Women also provide. You just don't let them. Let them provide too. Women are providers. It is not one person's thing to provide. That's why it's called family. That's why it's called marriage, bonding. She provide, you provide, everybody bring it together. We build an amazing life. We build an amazing life. Imagine if you were not in their life, wouldn't they still have their own needs met? Imagine you are not in their life. Wouldn't they survive? Wouldn't they live? So women know how to provide for themselves. So provision is not the main thing that you should just put. No, most women are in your life because they need emotional companion. Emotional companion. So stop invalidating the feelings of your partner, whether a man or woman. I've talked to both sides now. So stop invalidating. I know you say, well, it's too much, I can't handle it. Then increase your capacity. Increase your capacity. You say, how do I do it? That's the teaching, that's the learning. You need to first engage on emotional reset. You need to know that there's a way to increase your capacity to meet your partner's emotional need instead of invalidating them or dismissing it. When you invalidate your partner's feelings and emotion, what you are telling them is that their feelings do not matter to you unless you agree with them. That's what you're telling them. What you're actually telling them is that they don't matter. When you invalidate your partner's feeling, whether it's a man or woman, be it man or woman, doesn't matter what it is. Once you invalidate their feelings, what you're telling them is that you don't matter. And women malfunction when you keep telling them that they don't matter. They will start planning their destiny. They will start planning their future outside you. They will start dreaming outside you. They will start seeing them walking outside the marriage. Divorce is already walking in their head. Separation is already walking in their head. Once you start telling them malfunction, they stop seeing the future with you. They stop asking. They stop talking. They become quiet. Quiet doesn't mean that they have heard it or they respect you. No, they are changing. It means they are changing. Emotional divorce is going on. Emotional divorce is going on. The more you invalidate their feelings, the more they are building more valid points, more evidence to divorce you emotionally first. Emotional divorce will first of all take place. That's the first one. Before long, they don't want to be around you. Before long, you touch them, they scream. Before long, is all constant argument and quarrel. Or later, they will just stop and they will tell you they need some space. That space is not space, so they want to leave. Emotional divorce is not what you love. You don't love emotional divorce. You say, yeah, I love it. What will you love in emotional divorce? Do you know how terrible that is? Maybe I should talk about it one day, you know. I think I've done a lot of videos on it. So listen carefully. A healthy relationship does not require both people to feel the same thing. You don't have to feel the same thing before your partner's pain is respected. I don't have to feel my partner's pain before I respect it. I don't have to be in the same shoe with her before I respect it. Of course, we need that empathy. We need it. We need empathy. But the reality is, if you train your emotions to always validate your partner's feeling, you will have a love life. You will have an amazing experience. I'm telling you. You will have a companion. You will. Your partner does not have to fully understand your pain to care. No, no, it doesn't have to. That is called emotional maturity. That's emotional maturity. You know, I won't. I have so many things to say. Let me just remove my eye from the comment section because I want to reply to many of these things, but let me just remove my eye. See, emotional maturity is very important in relationship choices. Very important. In building healthy relationship, very important. You can't build healthy relationship without it. You can't sustain. You see, love will bring you together. Attraction will bring you together. Only emotional maturity sustain that togetherness. And that's why you need emotional diagnosis. Because you may be trying to fix communication, but the deeper problem is emotional invalidation. Point number 6. Emotional immaturity, the impact of emotional immaturity in relationship. Point number 6. Point number 6. Defensiveness. Defensiveness. Defensiveness is an act of immaturity. It is a sign that you are immature. If you are very defensive, you would destroy your marriage. You would destroy your relationship. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Defensiveness is when someone cannot receive feedback without protecting their ego. That's it. It's all about you. It's all about how you feel. It's all about how you want to feel. So somebody will tell you that you hurt them. This thing you did hurt me. This thing you said hurt me. Then the next thing you say, what about you? Am I the only bad person in this place? What about the one you do to me? Am I the only bad person here? Defensiveness. And you think you want to have a healthy relationship. You're kidding. It will not work. It will not work. You tell them, I need you to listen. I just want you to understand me. I just want you to listen to me. And then again, guess what they say? You. Do you listen? Do you listen? You never even appreciate anything I do. But I'm not saying, but I just wanted to understand me and listen. What about you? Do you listen? You look at you never appreciate anything I do. Defensiveness. Can we talk? Here we go again. Oh, here we go. So I can't have any peace. No, I just want us to talk. What is it? What is it? I can't have my peace again. Defensiveness. It is emotional immaturity. Mature love handle feedback. If you're mature, you will handle feedback maturely. Mature love does not collapse every time correction comes. Mature love does not treat your pain or your partner's pain as an insult. Mature love does not treat your pain as an insult. Emotionally immature people protect their ego. They protect their ego more than they protect the relationship. Let me say that again. Emotionally immature people, they protect their pride, their ego, more than they protect the relationship. That's the problem. And this is what leads to defensiveness, the protection of your ego, where it becomes more important to you than what is destroying your relationship, than you're protecting your relationship. The question is, what do you protect the most? Is it the relationship or your ego? That's when you know who is mature. That's where defensiveness comes in. So this kind of people, they will rather be right than to repair the disconnection, or than to repair what is causing disconnection. They will rather rather defend themselves than to understand you. That's when you know that it is about them. It is not about the relationship. They are not, and they cannot protect the relationship. These people, they will rather win the argument than to heal the wound that they have created, or the wound that is present in relationship. They will rather win the argument. This is why many relationships remain stuck, because one person keeps saying, I am hot. The other one just, I didn't do anything wrong. They just keep bluffing off. I didn't do anything wrong. It's not. Do you, haven't you heard some, even husbands would be telling their wives, they say, I'm not the problem. I am not the problem. You are the problem. I didn't do anything wrong. But we need help. We need counseling. We need support. No, 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 no. You are the one. You go and get the help you need. You are the one that need the help. You are the one. That you are the one. You need counseling. You are the one. It is pride. You rather protect your. See, which one are you protecting? Can't you see? It means that the marriage does not matter to you. It means that the relationship doesn't matter to you. What matters to you is your pride, is your ego. That's the problem. And most women don't see this. Most men don't see this, that this is the problem already. They are nursing it around. I will tell your father, I will tell your mother, I will report it to your uncle since you don't want to help, blah, blah, blah. No, it's obvious. It's obvious that the marriage is not what is important to them. The relationship is not what is important to them. Their pride is what is. So they protect their ego than to protect the relationship. They would choose their ego. Defensiveness is immaturity. You may be 60 years old. You may be 55. You may be 40, 49. You may be even 30 something. That's not my concern. If you behave like this, you are emotionally mature and you are destroying your home. You are the one destroying it. You are too proud to fix the problem that is destroying your home. You are too proud. So your ego has become your strength. So you rather protect your ego than to protect the marriage. Shame is so rampant, and when I hear things like that, where's your humility? It takes two humble people to build a healthy marriage. Where is your humility? No wonder you are being resisted, because you are too proud. Your marriage is failing. Your home is shattered. Children are disoriented because of your pride, and you are being abhorred. For God resists the proud and give grace to the humble. Where is your humility? I'm 40 years old. Okay. I'm 50 years old. Okay. I'm 60 years old. Okay. But your marriage, your wife, they are not happy. Your husband, not happy. Your children disoriented. Imagine your children are telling you to file for divorce. Your children are the one telling you to file for divorce. Your children. Imagine what they have, imagine the kind of impact that you have left in them. Imagine the impact you have left. If your children have to grow up to now tell you to divorce your partner because both of you have never done anything useful to be married, you have never utilized. Oh dear. Whew. It's toxic. Just to think about it's toxic. It is emotional immaturity. It's your pride. You're defensive. You are protecting your pride. It's your ego. No, that's a sign of immaturity. Emotional immaturity. See, the goal of love is not to prove your innocence. That's not the goal of love. You are not there to prove your innocence. The goal of love is to create understanding. Do you understand? The goal of love is to create understanding, is to create safety, is to learn to repair, to repair what is broken. That's the goal of love. If along the way things are changing in a way that is not healthy, fix it. Don't leave it for one person to struggle about. Don't say, oh, it's not my business. I'm not the problem. This is your responsibility. Fix it, repair, and move on and get better. This is the goal of love. If you say you love this person, the first thing is to protect the marriage, protect your relationship. Forget about your ego. Protect the marriage. If you say you love this person, protect the relationship that is working. If I'm just saying, because there are some unhealthy behaviors. But whatever it is, ensure you do something to know that at least you were trying to understand. You were trying to fix the thing. You were trying to create that safety that is needed. Not simply saying, I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my business. Whatever you do is up to you. You know, some people tell their partner that whatever you do is up to you. Whatever you do is up to you. If this is happening to you, stop guessing. What you need is emotional diagnosis first, because that's what will lead to the emotional reset, where you have to understand how to break away from these patterns. It's a pattern, unhealthy patterns. Some of you brought it from your home, from your childhood. Okay, imagine a scenario, where a child that you gave birth to, you raised, and this child is now 20 years old, and the child is not the one telling you that the mommy doesn't love you. The child is the one telling you that the mommy doesn't love you. Don't bother. She doesn't care about you. It is the child, your own child. I mean, it's not a stranger. The child that both of you gave birth to is the one telling you that. Do you know what you have done? First of all, do not only weep for yourself if you can weep. Weep for your child, because you have damaged her, either him or her. You have damaged them, because when it comes to marriage, you have given them nothing. They don't have any hope. They don't have any hope. You have damaged them. If your son or your daughter is the one telling mommy, daddy doesn't care, that is not a man. It's not a man. That is, look at all these things. That is not, since I was a child, this is what daddy has been doing. That is never cared. That if your child is the one talking like that, I said, do not only weep for yourself, Weep for that child. That's what I'll tell you. Your pride has destroyed a lot of things. Weep for that child. Because this is not something you just wake up and say, oh, it's just changed. No, look at it. You have produced your kind. You have produced your kind emotionally. That child will go on confused. No definition of true love. It doesn't know. They don't know. And it is all that they have observed and see. That's what they will replicate. Even though they are afraid of it, they will just end up, it will just be their pattern. It's a default emotional environment. You have created their emotional vortex without knowing. This is how their emotional frequency would run. It's called cycle, pattern, generational pattern. So you may say, I don't care, but you have children. Then that's selfish. That's selfish. I can be on this particular point for long because we have so many defensive individuals in marriage. Very defensive, self-centered, protecting their pride, their ego, rather than protecting their marriage. It's sad. Or protecting their relationships. The seventh point. I think I will stop at number 7. Maybe I might say one more. Point number 7. Guys, share, tap on the screen. If you're watching on all of these platforms, you're watching, hit the follow button for the one that requires follow. Those of you watching me on YouTube, hit the subscribe, share. And also you watching on TikTok, hit the follow, There's a follow button there. Ensure you hit it and also subscribe. What do you call it? Share the live stream. Yeah, thumb up. All right. But is the volume okay? Can you everyone hear me loud and clear? Let me know. I would like to read your comment. Beautiful. Okay. So I want to point number 7. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship is lack of emotional safety. Immaturity is a big problem if you are not conscious of what it will produce. It will produce an environment that is emotionally unsafe. An environment that is emotionally unsafe. Emotional immaturity creates emotional unsafety. Emotional unsafety. Lack of emotional safety. First, let's look at emotional safety. Let's look at emotional safety as a word. Let's define that. Let's define emotional safety. What is it? Emotional safety means I can be honest with you. You that is in my life. I can be honest with you without fearing that you are going to punish me if I'm honest. Without being afraid that you're going to mock me. I'm not going to become a mockery because I'm honest with you. I'm not going to suffer abandonment because I am honest and I'm in your life. You will not make me feel abandoned. You will not make me feel rejected because I'm honest. Or you will not emotionally attack me because I'm honest. That is emotional safety. Emotional safety means I can be with you and be free to be with you. I can be and be free to express myself without you punishing me for being expressive. Without you punishing me and abandoning me or rejecting me. It means I can share my feelings without being made to feel weak. stupid, or foolish. It means I can tell you the truth without you using it against me later in argument or when we disagree. Emotional safety means I can be vulnerable without regretting that I was vulnerable, without regretting it. You see that? But if you have a partner that is emotionally immature, or a relationship of emotional immaturity, vulnerability becomes very dangerous. You can't be vulnerable in an emotionally immature relationships. You cannot be. If you try it, you are in trouble. Let me explain. You tell them your fears. Guess what they do? They use it against you in argument. No wonder last time, no wonder. That's why this thing happened to you the other time. That's why that thing happened to you in your father's house. That's why that person did that to you. No wonder. It's because of this behavior. Really? So because I told you what happened to me, you now have to use it against me? And I'm just reminding you that that's the reason. If you don't change this behavior, things like that, they always happen. Oh. You tell them your weakness. They mock you with it. That's why you can't sing. That's why you can't do this. That's why you can't do that. Look at you. You are like bread. You are like vegetable. They use it to mock you. They use your weakness to mock you. You tell them your past. They weaponize it against you. Emotional, immature people. You cannot be vulnerable around them. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You tell them what hurts you. They repeat it in front of you. They are not fixing it though. They will tell you. So now you begin to hide yourself. You are hiding emotionally. You begin to hide. You are present with them physically, but you are emotionally absent. You still cook, you still clean, you still wash, you still provide, you still parent, you still test them, you still smile, you show up. But inside you, you have started withdrawing from them because they are not safe to be with. And this is why some relationships look alive from the outside, but are emotionally dead inside. It is when you enter the house of these people, you know that there is nothing there. The marriage is dead. But outside, everybody thinks they are fine. Even there are so many marriages that are dead already, as I'm speaking to you. But the parents of these couples still think that their marriage is still alive. But it's dead. It's a makeup. They are still together, but they are disconnected. Do you understand? They sleep in the same house, but their heart is far apart. Their heart is far apart. They still answer husband. They still answer wife. The title is still there. They still answer my man, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. They are still answering it. They are still answering the title, oh, my fiancé, my fiance, my fiancé. They still the title is there, but emotionally they are struggling. Emotionally, they are strangers to each other. Sometimes the emotionally immature person, they are shocked. They are shocked when the other person finally detach. Yes, your wife has detached. Your husband has detached, but you are shocked. You are surprised. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He doesn't touch me anymore. He doesn't do this anymore. It's because they have finally responded to your emotional immaturity, because they have responded to your habit of unsafety. You have created an environment where they are no longer safe to be with you. They don't like being around you anymore. Can you imagine if you cannot feel safe to be around the person you call the love of your life? What is worse than that? You rather imagine you are safer being with some stranger than to feel safe be with the person you marry, the person you call your own, the one you gave your heart and your soul to. You are afraid to be around them. No safety. You don't know what you will say that will make them react or do certain things. But you're saying everything was fine now. Everything was fine. No, everything wasn't fine. Everything was not. They got tired. They got tired of explaining their pain to you, and yet you keep dismissing it. They got tired. They got tired of the blame shifting. They got tired of you always wanting to win an argument, never allowing them to speak their heart and mind. They got tired of you. Now, they don't feel safe anymore to be around you. Sad. Many people are married. They are not safe. Many people are in a relationship, but they are not safe in it. Sad. And what do you expect? It's going to get better? No. No. Marriage does not remove or fix those issues. No, marriage just magnify. See, understand the role of marriage. Marriage is to magnify things. It is to reveal what is hidden. You don't become better because you got married. You become better because you were already better. So marriage just magnifies that. You don't become mature when you get married. No, your marriage just amplify your maturity. You don't learn how to resolve conflict after you marry. No. If you never learned how to resolve conflict before you marry, you will never learn it in marriage. Except by force. Except by force. Like some people are doing now. It's not by force. Because it will cost them the marriage. It will cost them their relationship. It will cost them their peace. That's when many people wake up. And to those who care to listen anyway. Some people don't even care. Whatever it costs, they don't care. They just... don't care. So that's why I teach emotional intelligence. That's why I mentor people on it. That's why, because this is something that many people don't even understand. I got a hold of emotional intelligence. I discovered emotional intelligence when I was 26 years old. I'm in my late 40s. Right now, I'm in my late 40s. So when I discovered emotional intelligence, I was just 26. I just turned 26, I think I remember. I was still in school. It changed my life. I now realized why I was having so many mess up relationships. I thought, wow, it changed my life. I started learning and growing, and I realized how my emotion was my responsibility. And then it opened my eyes to see the emotional wounds and damage that I got from my upbringing. It opened my eyes to see the emotional environment I was raised from. Boy, does it blow my mind. Does it blow my mind? I was shocked what I was becoming. Because I was already seeing it in my relationship. At 26, I was seeing it in my relationships. Dismissing, angry, hopping from one relationship to another, emotionally unavailable, complete. I was practicing emotional unavailability without even knowing I was destroying myself. I'm telling you. We'll gather them, boys will gather and say, man, don't show this to a woman, or don't do this to a woman, or don't show anything. When you do, we're doing these things, not knowing that we're destroying ourselves. That changed my life. It was through emotional intelligent pursuits in my learning that I began to discover that I need to understand women. I read everything I need to read about women. I searched through the Bibles. I was reading everything about men and women. And then I came across a book called The Everyday Woman. The Everyday Woman. That book. I don't know who wrote that. That person that wrote that book, many years ago, that was still in my 20s when I discovered the book. This time I was about 28 when I discovered this book, The Everyday Woman. It changed my life. I read that book 3 years later, I think. I read that book 3 years later, I got married. I think 3 years later. That book changed my life. If you don't understand women, you will abuse them. In fact, let me tell you the principle. Okay? This is very important. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Who do you think was popular with that statement? Who made that statement? Let me see how many of you still remember. Let me see some of you that read and have mentors. Whose statement is that? Nobody knows. We have 300 and something people watching me on TikTok. Yes, Miles Morrow. Thank you. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. That's right. And I knew then. Because when you don't know the purpose of a wife, you will abuse her. If you don't know the purpose of a husband, you will abuse him. If you don't know the purpose of children, you will abuse them. I could literally see everything came alive when I started reading like this. I say, wow, it changed my thinking. Everything was created for a purpose. And to enjoy and benefit that thing, to benefit from that thing, you must understand its purpose. To be able to have a beautiful experience. And this is exactly what many people don't understand. When you don't understand the purpose of your wife, of having a wife, you will abuse her. It's as simple as that. When you don't understand the purpose of having a husband, you will abuse him. It's as simple as that. Some people are having children without understanding his purpose, and they abuse the children. Because I know what that means, to be abused. So when I discover the purpose of children, it changed my life. So I knew I was going to break the circle of child abuse in my family, in my downline. I knew I was going to break the circle. And I did. I break the circle. It didn't follow me. I break out of that mindset. That unhealthy pattern was broken. I had an emotional reset. And ever since, it has always got better and better. It had always gone better and better. Because the principle has come to stay with me. And those are the principles I'm sharing with you. That's why you see me, I don't come here to share my marriage. I'm not sharing my marriage. I'm not sharing that. It's not, no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you understand principles that make it work. And if it is not working, my wife would have been the one to tear this thing down. Since she come here, I say, leave that lie, you are deceiving people. She will be the one, I know. If it is not working, she will be the one to come and say, what are you doing? I can't even come here to talk to you like this. With this level of consistency, I won't be able to do it if there is no results. If it is not working. And 15 years counting of blissful, I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. I know what it is to have an amazing, healthy family, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm grateful to God. If anything happened today, I have done well. That means I am okay. I have left a lot for my generation. I've written books for my generation. I've written books, healthy relationships. I've written marriage systems. I've written emotional intelligence. I've written, look at that, how to influence your husband to success. I've written letting go, walking away from toxic relationship. I've written embracing equality in marriage and building it together in the last. So, and I have a whole vast of content on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and it's still coming. I have designed an academy that is full of over 100 and something hours combined, close to 100 and something hours combined on an academy. If it is not working, I won't tell you. It's working. So please take this seriously that I share with you. Should we take one more point, or are we okay? Should we proceed with one more point, or we should take questions? One more point, or we should take questions? Question, please. Okay. One more point. Okay. Some people are saying one more point. Okay. Okay, let's take one more point. Point number 8. And this one is very important. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship, point number 8. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship is repeated conflict without transformation. 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 Let me talk to you about this. In a mature relationship, conflict should produce understanding, not avoided. If you are here, you are listening to me, all you do is to avoid conflict. It is a sign of immaturity. It shows that you are not emotionally capable of handling conflict. You shouldn't have married. You shouldn't have married if you are. And if you are dating somebody that always avoid conflicts and avoid resolving the conflicts, don't marry them, because they will do worse in marriage. They will do worse. There is no relationship without conflict. There is no marriage without conflict. Do you know how many times God had conflict with Israel? Read your Bible. Do you know how many times God had conflict with Israel? Yeah. Every relationship comes with conflict. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Every relationship comes with conflict. It is your capacity, your understanding in resolving and handling that conflict that makes you mature. But a conflict that always repeats without transformation is a byproduct of emotional immaturity. Why will a conflict not repeat itself? One particular conflict, why will it not repeat itself? Is because it produces understanding. Once you understand why this conflict happened and you were able to resolve it, it shouldn't repeat itself. It shouldn't repeat itself. That doesn't mean another conflict will not come. But another conflict will come, but not the same. Not the same. When a conflict is being repeated without resolution, without transformation, is an impact of emotional immaturity, is a sign that the relationship is emotionally immature. You should learn from the conflict. Each of you should learn and take accountability and improve. That's why it should not happen again. But in an emotionally immature relationship, conflict becomes a cycle. The same issue, the same argument, the same silence, the same apology, the same tears, the same temporary peace, the same behavior again and again and again. Nothing changes. Because emotionally immaturity in a relationship focuses on ending the discomfort, not learning the lessons. If you are focusing on ending the discomfort, if you are only discomforted and you want to end it because of the discomfort, you do not learn from the lessons, or you do not learn your lessons from it, then it will repeat itself. And that's emotional immaturity. When you only focus on just getting your comfort, you see them telling them each other, I don't want this trouble. I don't like pressure at all. I don't like pressure. I just want everything. You are seeking for comfort. You are not paying attention to the problem to learn the lessons that need to be learned so that it will not repeat itself again. So the apology, you are apologizing now because you want the tension to stop. Not that you accept that you were wrong, or you have identified what was wrong and you were willing to fix it. No, you are only apologizing because you just want the tension to quiet. It's not because you have understood the damage that was done. So why are you saying you are sorry? I'm sorry because I should have cheated. I'm sorry. I know, because I don't like the way you are acting now. You see, the way you are acting now is just making the way you are behaving now, the way you are acting, that's easy. I know you are not talking to me. You're not talking to me. You're not talking to me. That's why, please. Is that why you're apologizing? Then you don't even understand. See, the damage that you have done with your behavior can never be erased by explanation of your intention. I wish you got what I just said. I wish you got what I just said. Do you understand what I just said? I don't know if you got it. Did you? Stop trying to use apology to replace the damage that has been done. It will never replace it. You explaining why you did what you did will not erase the damage that has been caused by your behavior. The emotional damage cannot be erased. Apology is okay. And the question is, how can you now heal, cause the healing for the damage? It is not by explaining. It is not by trying to quiet the tension. It's about understanding the damage that you have done. If you will focus on understanding the damage you have done, You have already begun a healing process for the damage that has been caused. You have begun a healing process almost immediately. And the apology will be accepted sincerely, or offered sincerely and is accepted. The apology will be offered sincerely. Once you understand the damage, if you want to explain, if you want to understand that more, just join the academy, because it's a lot of process to make that happen. That's why you see a lot of people when they say, I thought you have forgiven me, I thought you have moved past. No, they haven't moved past, because the damage is still fresh. You did not understand the damage you've done. You thought that by just apologizing and just quieting it and then buying them gifts, everything will go away. You are lying. Yes, they said they forgive you, but they did not forget. And because they did not forget, is because they are damaged. Forgiveness is okay. Forgetting is another thing. As long as they can remember the damage, it will cause them to rant. It will cause them to, the emotion will go in that direction. But it's been 3 years. I cheated that 3 years ago. That's 3 years. Why this thing? Why can't she just forget? It's because she has been damaged since 3 years. You did not understand the damage of what you did. You were only trying to explain why you did it. Of course, they were asking you, why did you do it? That's not what they wanted to hear. And you were answering them, I did it because you were not there. I did it because I was, it just happened. I'm so sorry. That will not erase the damage. The damage, you will suffer for the damage if you haven't understood it. And do certain things to heal it. Yes, because you caused the damage. You are going to heal it. That's another day's talk. But this is what happened. It's due to emotional immaturity. This is why always the argument is always repeating itself. The argument is about the cheating. Is about this one happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but it's still causing fight. It hasn't been resolved because you did not understand the damage. So every repeated conflict without transformation is a sign of emotional immaturity, because you did not pay attention to the emotional damage that has been done. So even though you buy gifts because you want peace, you did not buy the gift because you have changed. You bought the gift because you want peace. The pattern remained the same. So that peace is temporary. It will come back again. The conflict will arise again. You will buy another gift. You keep buying and buying until you are tired. Only the same matter, the same issue. You become sweet for a few days because you are afraid of losing your partner. Not because you have developed emotional maturity. No. It's because you are afraid. Because no resolution. The problem remains. But you are just being sweet so that they can relax, calm down a little. And most women can easily fall for that. But they themselves, the women are not surprised. They say, how come? I think I thought I was just calm the other time. Why am I reacting again to this thing? It's because you are not healed. You were damaged. The gift could not take it away. The sorry could not take it. The knocking, that 2 hours knocking did not take it away. After the knocking, 3 days later, everything came. Oga thought that for giving you 2 hours undivided attention in the bed, you will forget and forgive. He did not know that was just temporarily. Now, next time you hold your phone, you are receiving call in the bathroom, and then you trigger the whole thing again. Madam begin to charge. All the energy comes out again. You have injured the injury. You have refreshed the injury. And then the argument goes, no, I thought we have done with that. No, she's not arguing about this one now. This one just triggered that one that you thought that she forgot, she forgave. This one triggered it, and it's now extremely overwhelming. Exactly. It is emotional intelligence that you need. You may have emotional moments. If there is no emotional transformation, you are in trouble. That's what you do. You just go through the emotional moment and think that the conflict is resolved. Emotional moment does not resolve conflict. It is emotional transformation that resolved it. Does that make sense? That's it. So, this is very important. Point number 9. I think I should mention this to you before I end this live stream. Point number 9. The impact of emotional immaturity in relationship. Number 9. Control and manipulation. Control and manipulation. Control and manipulation. Emotionally immature people often struggle when things do not go their way. So two things they would either do. Either they manipulate to get their way, or they control to get their way. It's always boiled down to the struggle of not getting things to go their way. So instead of communicating the need maturely, they will control. They will use force. They will use pressure. That's control. It means making things, doing things, asking for things with force and pressure. With fear, that's control. With belittling, they belittle you. They will attack your image and break you down just to get their way. That is it. That is what control means. Because they cannot get their way, they will use anger to intimidate you. They will use anger to intimidate you. Because they cannot get their way, they will use silent treatment to punish you. Because they cannot get their way, they will use guilt to weaken you. They will make you feel guilty. It's called guilt tripping. Because they cannot get their way, they will use tears to avoid accountability. No, they'll cry. They will use tears. Have you seen some people using tears to get their way? They cry. If you really love me, if you really love me, oh, if you really love me. And they say, okay, I love you now. Okay, it's okay. Let me prove it to you. I love you. But I didn't want to do this, but okay, let me just do it. It's happening everywhere. No matter how you feel about it, this is the truth. Because they cannot have their way, they will use money, they will use affection, they will use sex, they will use access, they will use religion, they will use their children, they will use family, they will use their past mistakes or your past mistake as an emotional weapon. Have you seen some people using money as weapon to get their way? People are using affection as weapon to get their way. They are using sex as emotional weapon to get their way. That one is very common in marriage now. Oga will not knackle until the money hit account. You know that? No knocking for you. This place, she say this one, no. Weapon. Until Oga buy the car. or pay the money in, or agree to what she wants. No, no going there. The same thing with your man. If the woman will not apologize, if she will not do this, she will not touch, I won't touch her. Using emotions, you see, using sex as an emotional weapon. So guess what the man does? He goes outside, have concubines, all the side chicks everywhere. He will exhaust his energy. He come back home and be snoring. He can just sit down in the couch and just snore off. He's tired. And then he goes to bed and sleep. The woman can't do anything. And this is happening days and days and days because Oga is angry with Madam. Because Madam decided to go and buy a car. He didn't tell Oga. Or Madam is hiding her finances from Oga. She doesn't give account of money that she's using in her house or what she's saying. So Oga now decide to use affection as a weapon, sex as a weapon, deny access as a weapon, using silence as a weapon, or using religious scriptures, quoting scriptures that favor him and him only as a weapon. When it comes to inside, he doesn't see it. Have you seen where people are using children, their own children, as a weapon against each other? That is even worse. Using children, their own children, against each other. Because they just want to have their way. As though all of them, they are going to just live this life with everything that they have. They are not going to, they are just going to stay here forever. You use past mistakes as a weapon. Why? Because you just want to have your way. It has made you become controlling. It has made you to become controlling and manipulative. This is why people manipulate. This is why they control. It's because they just want to get their way. It is for their selfish reasons. It is because of their self-centeredness. And it's emotional immaturity. It's an act of emotional immaturity because you don't care about other people's emotions. You don't care what they feel, what you do to them. And because you don't care what they feel and what you do affect them, you will do anything in your power to get what you want. Emotional immaturity. Become manipulative. And most of the time, sometimes, these people don't even realize that they are being manipulative. Whether it is intentional or not, the impact is still damaging. Whether you believe, you know, or you don't know, the impact is still damaging. The impact is the same. Because manipulation makes you feel like you must abandon yourself to keep the relationship. You cannot have boundaries because they call it disrespect. That's manipulation. You cannot express your pain because they call it an attack. That's manipulation. You cannot say no because they call it rejection. That's manipulation. You cannot ask questions because they call it mistrust or whatever it is. That's it. That's it. So you don't trust me? But I'm just asking now, like a lady who was trying to understand what the man do for a living, where he makes the money from. So you don't trust me? Yeah, I'm not asking that. I'm not saying I don't trust you. I just want to know. Give me detail. How are you making money? Explain your businesses. Explain your businesses now. That's what I'm asking. So you don't trust me? So me, you don't trust me? Oh, wait. How long have we been dating now? That's not the question. That's not the issue. Oh, see, this is not it now. I just want you to. God have mercy. You cannot hold them accountable. They will tell you that you are nagging. Manipulation. So gradually, the relationship become one-sided. Their feelings is what matter to them. Their pain is what matter to them, not you. It doesn't matter to you now. No, their timing matters to them. It is not your own. So it's always one-sided. It is exactly what they want, what they need, and they will do anything to get it. That's what leads to control. That's what leads to manipulation. That's not love. It's a love does not seek his own. It's not self-seeking. That's love. Love is not self-seeking. That's the full definition of self-seeking. You want your own thing. You want to do your own thing. It's emotional immaturity. It's a love that is not mature. Love is not self-seeking. That's what leads to control. If you don't know now, if you say this person is very controlling, this person is very manipulative, this is what leads to it. It's self-seeking. They want to have their way. All they know is about themselves. Self-centeredness. And it is emotional imbalance. If this is happening to you, or you have been going through all of these things in your life, you have been badly damaged, though. You have been emotionally damaged. Have you seen some people that they don't think that anything can come out of a relationship anymore? If you are like that, you need help. If you think that no relationship will ever work, you need help. You have been badly damaged. Not because it's not like you decided to be a victim. No, it's just it's the experiences and relationship that you had. You need help. You need help. Because there's no religion, no matter how you want to be loved and how you want to love others, you will struggle until you have emotional reset. You must have a cleansed emotion. Your emotion have to be reprogrammed for maturity. Let me tell you something. A child only feed on milk to grow. Why do you feed children that is born, an infant? You give birth to a child, you're feeding them with milk. It's because they can't eat solid food. They can't eat the solid food that adults eat. So what you feed them with is milk. Right? So they begin to eat until they are grown to start eating. So you start gradually giving them solid food, bit by bit, giving them solid food bit by bit. And you start reprogramming their system to start getting ready to eat something solid. And then one time they started eating it. From little, they can see you eat it. They are eating it. And before long, they are not eating solid food. They are now, if you give them milk, they don't, they want to have milk because they're past that level. Because their system has been reprogrammed for something higher than that. What you are feeding on emotionally is what your problem is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I said, what you are feeding on, your emotional food is the problem. Some people are not even feeding their emotions at all. Their emotions are just like kwachoko, weak, can't do anything. If anything just happened, they just hide. Or they react unnecessarily. What is filling your emotional tank? That's what is inside your emotional tank? Is it milk or solid food? I'm just talking. I'm just talking out loud. I'm just trying to create some thinking. I hope you can think along with me. I'm just thinking. What is, you know what I mean? Some people are fed with unhealthy substance in their emotion, unhealthy substance, and that has developed into pattern, which their emotions just give back to them. It is now your emotional sequence, unhealthy patterns, unhealthy stuff. That's the problem. So those need to be flushed out and replaced with healthy structures, healthy emotional sequence. And it will take time. It's an intentional practice. It's not going to fall on your lap. You have to set it in motion. That it will be so much so that it cannot be revoked. You try to reverse it, it cannot change. You have to set it in motion. There are some people, somebody is asking just now, can these people ever change? That's what I'm trying to explain. With this person, this kind of people ever change? I'm trying to explain it. It's about choice. It's about the environment. It's about the willingness. It's about understanding what is happening to you. All of these have to work together to trigger that desire for change. If you don't know, if I haven't shared the impact of emotional immaturity today, many of you would not have known what the emotional immaturity is doing to your marriage and relationship. You wouldn't know. I'm not even finished. There's so much I haven't mentioned. What about emotional exhaustion? I've not mentioned that one. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of you are exhausted. You are emotionally exhausted. There's nothing left. You have finished everything. The stage where you are now is no longer just you are hot. You are tired. You have moved past being hot. You have been hot and hotted and hotted and hotted and hotted and hotted many times. You have moved, it's no longer being hot. Now you are tired. You're tired of explaining. You're tired of forgiving without them changing. You are tired of being misunderstood. You are tired of being the only emotional person that is responsible for everything. You are the one. That means you are the one that is only responsible emotionally. You are tired of begging for communication. You are tired of carrying the relationship all by yourself. You are tired of pretending that you are okay. You're tired. You're just tired. You're exhausted. You're tired of hoping that they will finally see what they are doing that is wrong, but they haven't. You're tired. It's been 10 years. It's been 15 years. It's now 20. You're tired. You've been waiting that they will change. It's not happening. It has become normal. This has become your life, and you're tired, emotionally exhausted. There's nothing to give anymore. Even though you leave this relationship now, you go to another, you have nothing to offer because you are empty, emotionally exhausted, finished. Emotional exhaustion is dangerous. It slowly destroys affection. There's no, if you are emotionally exhausted, you cannot be affectionate towards other people. You'll be focusing on the exertion. It's only complaint you're having. And the relationship you are in, nothing works. That's when you stop getting, you say, I don't feel anything for him. I don't feel anything for her. I don't feel anything. How long have you been married? I've been married. Forget marriage. We are just there like brothers and sisters. We are just coexisting because of the children. Really? What about sex? Sex. Forget sex. That's the history. Everybody do them thing their own self. Which sex where? How long? How long? I don't even know. Me, I can't remember. Can't remember. And you are married? Forget married. I'm tired. I am tired. No, they will say, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love my wife. I love my husband. It's just that I'm just tired. Okay. Where is that going then? Some people now, they are single, but they are tired. Their nervous system is completely tired. They want relationship, but they don't have the capacity to drive it. Immediately they enter one, fear, they shake and they withdraw because they are tired. You need emotional reset. They don't have the strength to even try. You say, you mean I will have to go over again and start getting to know somebody and not getting to, I will not spend. I don't have strength for all of. I don't. You see them say they use that word. I don't have strength for all of that. Yes, it's because you are tired. Your nervous system is tired completely. Completely tired. And this is why some people, they say, I don't know what I feel anymore. It's called emotional burnout. Sometimes you're burnout because you have felt too much for too long without repair, no transformation, no change. When emotional immaturity continue without diagnosis, love start turning into resentment. Let me say that again. When emotional immaturity continues without diagnosis, love will start turning into resentment. This is how love becomes toxic. Affection will start turning into irritation. You start getting irritated when you see your partner. You are irritated. Nothing about them triggers you or interests you. I've been to see some couple that some of you understand what I'm saying. You used to be affectionate towards your partner. Now, the partner that you are affectionate with or to before is now irritating you. To the extent that even though they go naked before you are nothing move you. You are even telling them, my friend, wear your clothes. What is all of this? Hey, I saw that video one time. I laugh. I say, how terrible. How terrible. How bad can it get? How bad can it get? Is that bad? That the person you once called the love of your life, you couldn't dream. You couldn't sleep without. You couldn't you were dreaming of, and you called them at the middle of the night. I can't sleep without you. You are my bone, you are my flesh, you are my dog. You say all of that. You are my sugar, my tea, you are my honey pie. Now, 10 years down the line, they irritate you. 5 years down the line after marriage, they irritate you now. Really? How did you get there? What happened to you? It's not about them now. No, you that is irritated. What happened to you? How could you let that happen to you? Somebody you like to talk to all the time. Now you are avoiding them. After 5 years, after 6 years, after 7, after 10 years, you are not avoiding them. You don't want to talk to them anymore. You use silent treatment every corner, every miss you have. You don't talk. What has gone? What happened? Now you are turning numb. Numbness is now your your resort. Numbness. This is the problem of emotional immaturity. So you see, all this while many of you are just be blaming the wrong thing, trying to solve the wrong problem. You're trying to fix something that wasn't the problem. And that's why it has not been fixed. Parents have talked over it, friends have come to settle, neighbors have come to settle, pastors and pastresses, all of them have come to settle, prophets have prophesied, everything have been done, but nothing has been touched when it has to do with emotional maturity. So that's why it has not worked. That's why it hasn't worked. Your pastor says you go and pray and fast, and you have prayed and fasted. The problem still remain. And say, oh, what was that? Because you were telling God to solve your emotional problem that He told you to fix. God is not like that. God told you your emotions are your responsibility. He told you to know yourself. Your emotions are, He's the one that say have self-discipline. He told you to have it. He didn't say He would do it for you. So your emotions are your responsibility, not God. So you're fasting and praying and putting it on Him, you were making the big mistake. I just thought I should say that to some of you that is so religiously carried away without understanding wisdom and truth. The truth is, 80% of your relationship issue is wisdom personified, not prayer. Practical wisdom. And until you avail yourself for that, struggle is just continuing. It won't stop. Okay, let's take some questions and answer section. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this section, especially those of you watching me on YouTube and Instagram and what do you call Facebook. Facebook. A lot of people are watching me from Facebook right now. And those of you on TikTok, thank you. So let's take some questions and answers because I have so many things to talk to you about. But before I take a moment to take some questions and answers, let me say this to you. Like I said, I have so many things to tell you, but I think you will need this. You will need this. What is hot? Why do people marry again and again? I don't know how to change. What do you mean you don't know how to change? Of course, I understand when you say you don't know how to change. It's because you're trying to change yourself, right? Do it by yourself. You need help. You need help. You need help. So for those of you who want to speak to me one-on-one, and you want us to look into your situation together and also find the emotional patterns, unhealthy emotional pattern that is putting you in that situation, then please send me a message on my inbox, or you can visit familyaspect.co.uk and you send me a message there. You can contact me from there, especially those of you watching me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All right, you can send a message. Visit, go write it down, write it down, write it now. Familyaspect.co.uk. Of course, you already remember Family Aspect. All you need to do is just put .co.uk and you get to the website, and then you'll be able to send direct message to me, contact. If you want to send anything, just go to my website, contact me, and send it. Tell me what you want, pick a program there, one-on-one session, whatever it is, and you'll be able to do that. Or those of you who are watching me on TikTok, you can send me a message on my TikTok account. Just send me a direct message like you would like to speak and share your emotional experience with me so that I can help you understand, do the diagnosis, and help you understand what is going on so you know how to move forward with your relationship and marriage. Send me the same message as well. And those of you on Facebook, I've already told you what to do. Instagram, I've told you what to do. YouTube, I've told you what to do. So visit familyaspect.co.uk. And I have an academy that those of you who like to be, you want me to be your mentor, you want me to be training you in to develop your emotions and also prepare for marriage, and also teach and guide you on how to build a healthy marriage life that you're in. I would like you to also join my academy. To join my academy, all you need to do is to go again, visit familyaspect.co.uk. You will see the session where they say the academy, click on it, and then you'll be able to join the academy. And those of you who are watching me on YouTube, on TikTok, use the link in my bio. You will see where it says Family Aspect Academy. Click on that, and then you'll be able to join the academy. Now, we just moved to a new, I just migrated to a new platform. So at the end of this month, all my old students in our old platform will be moving to the new platform. So at the moment, you may not see anyone there, as because I just launched it yesterday. Also, I just finished the whole thing, moving all the videos and content and all of that into it. So you'll be able to join now. It's available for join. So those my old student in the older platform, because we used another platform before. So I'm going to be moving all of them by the end of the month into this new one. So you'll be able to participate. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, let's take some questions. And I'm going to end the live stream on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much, every one of you. I hope you followed, you liked it, share it, and I will see you in the next live stream tomorrow by 12 UK time. Ensure you save the platform to get ready for it. But those of you on TikTok, wait for me. I have so many things to share with you, and also want to answer your questions as well. So if you want to join us on the live TikTok, for those of you watching on Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube, then you can join our TikTok live stream. Just type Family Aspect on TikTok search bar. You will find me live and you'll be able to join. Okay. That's it today. Thank you so much, guys.